Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the first episode of DJC's Toy Box. Today, I bring you something close and near and dear to my heart. The Transformers movie from 1986. See you there? Got them. So, today I want to talk about some toys that are from and kind of inspired from the 1986 movie. Well, I got to show you the toy box. This toy box was given to me for my birthday probably about 6-7 years ago. The toy box is, from the 1980s. I don't know exactly what year, maybe 1986, 87, around there. It's a Turtles toy box. So I'll take the top off here. Kind of see the top of it here. And, it's beat up and it's seen some better days, but I still think it's awesome. It's got actually all the Turtles all the way around. I'm not going to spin it all around so things don't fall down, but obviously you see Michelangelo on the front. You got Leonardo, you got Donatello right here, and then you got Raphael over here. So this is the toy box I'm going to be using. Obviously it'll be filled with different things in every episode, but so let's get to it. So in the Transformers movie, the first thing that you see is Unicron. And Unicron is the planet that devours other planets. Well, they did not make a toy for Unicron back then in the 80s. He actually didn't come out with a toy until Transformers Armada. So when that came out, it was obviously to coincide with the show that was airing then. This Unicron doesn't have any rings on it, but this is how he looks in planet form, except for he had the rings going around, which this Unicron that I have right here, he has the rings. So you can see that there. So in Armada, they brought these things called Minicons. So Unicron could actually wear the Minicons on his rings. So if he was transformed, it'd be all around there. You can see the different Minicons on there. So he actually came with his own too, and this is why I have the two of them here, so I don't have to keep on transforming him. So he's got his own that transforms and actually goes right here when he's a planet, so he acts like a gun. Or you can put him on when he's transformed into the robot mode. You can put him on one of the rings, or there's different spots on here that you can put him to, like right here. So you can see that. So when this came out, obviously everybody was excited because they didn't have a toy back in the 80s and everybody wanted one. They boosted the movie having this, the biggest Transformer that they've ever had. And so obviously everybody wanted one, but they never made that. So that's Unicron. So he does have a cool feature on here because obviously he's the planet that eats planets. When you do this, you can see it chomping. So that's pretty cool. Now, they did have another planet that transformed that came out too, was Cybertron. So Cybertron himself could transform into a robot also. I don't have him here, but he's similar to this as far as with the two different modes. And he had Minicons that could connect to him also. So let's see here. In the movie, you get the Decepticons take over the ship that the Autobots are on, which they kill off probably about 80% within the first 20 minutes of the movie. About 80% of the actual original G1 Transformers. So they wanted to bring along the new line of toys because that's what it was. It was marketing for bringing on the new toys, obviously to make more money. A lot of people were mad when certain situations happened in there, such as when they had the death of Optimus Prime. I know a lot of kids had some terrifying moments at that. One person that I know had a birthday party while that was going on and scared all of the people that were there. So that's not a way to spend a 5 or 6 year old birthday party, but that's what they did. So I am bringing on Optimus Prime. So this is the original Optimus Prime. He does open up. I will show you. Well, he is from 1984, so we don't want to, push too hard on him and break him. But yeah, he does open up, and you can see he's got his card in there. So. Optimus Prime to me, obviously, probably the most famous one of them all, is one of my favorites. Even before, recently with all the new Transformer movies coming out, he's always been one of my favorite. I think I probably have the most Transformers R of Optimus Prime. I probably have, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 Optimus Primes. So he's always been, my favorite. So he does come apart. And that does go back on. Now, when you transform him and his arms come out, there's hands that go on here. I didn't bring them. I didn't want to have too many small pieces, easy to lose. So, but that's that. Now, when you think of Optimus Prime, you think of Bumblebee, obviously. So I do have Bumblebee. Obviously a lot different and a lot smaller than most of the toys that come out today. Even like the newer lines of the Transformers, they have, like the Titan Returns, you can see that that Bumblebee is a lot bigger, and this is the smallest, one of the smallest versions of the new lines that you can get. Is still a whole lot bigger than what we got back in the 80s, which is still my favorite Bumblebee. I mean, I like the Camaro and all, but Volkswagen Beetle is always going to be Bumblebee to me. So we got that. Now this isn't really from the movie, but something cool I kind of want to show you guys. It's Bumblebee and Optimus Prime, since we're talking about them two. Now these came out, I would say probably about, actually 11 years ago these came out. It's almost as if, let's mix, remember the Popples? Let's mix the Popples and the Transformers together. That's actually what it is. So you got, Bumblebee in robot mode. And just like Popples, when you turn them inside out, the Popples turn into a ball. And this is kind of almost a ball because when you put it together, it's still kind of round, but it does become the Bug. So it's pretty neat, and we can I'll show you Optimus Prime now too. So he's a lot easier to transform. It actually looks a lot better when he's in his form here. So it's pretty neat. Now, one scene in there that everyone likes is when, obviously, when Optimus Prime comes to the rescue to help save them all on the Autobot base. He brings the Dinobots with him. There you see. Now, Grimlock looks like he needs a little bit attention here from being moved around and stuff. Maybe possibly some super glue. But that's that. Now, they come to the rescue, they come flying out, and they end up getting into a fight with Devastator. So we got that here for you. Now, there is a piece missing here, which is actually the hand that goes on here, but you get the general point there. One thing that I wish that they included a little bit more in the movie is some more combiners. Now, the people in Japan got a cartoon that bridged the gap between the Season 2 end and the actual movie. They got Scramble City, which Scramble City you could see that there was a lot of different combiners that got to combine with each other. You got legs coming off that can form onto another one. So you see in there, I think at one point you see the leg of Metroplex come off, and I'm sorry, the leg of Menasor come off, and then you see one of the legs of Superion go on them, and it kind of messes them up because it doesn't fit. So they use that to bridge the gap in there. It's one of these actually. I think both of these may have them on the Blu-ray and the DVD. The remastered ones, I think, do actually have, yep, they do. They have Scramble City on here, and they actually have commercials on here too. So if you're interested in seeing that, if you didn't know that was a cartoon, go ahead and get yourself definitely the 30th anniversary Blu-ray. It is awesome. The difference between the DVD and the Blu-ray is, hands down, the best as far as remastering. So, all right. So, also when we see them coming down, there was that big war between Blaster and Soundwave, and everybody went crazy about it because you finally get to see the two boom boxes duke it out. So, we got Blaster. Now, my Blaster, for some reason, doesn't open up, and I don't want to push on it too hard because I don't want it to break. But, he would have his tapes come out, and in that part of the movie, you seen his tapes duking it out with Soundwave's tape, which was awesome. And I think, let's see here, I do have Soundwave right here. He's always been one of the easiest one to transform. You can hear his creaking going on. He is old. And while I'm transforming him, also give a little shout out to this shirt from T Fury. See Soundwave with Laserbeak. And and he's with Ravage. Now, he does open up. I do have more tapes. Like I said, I didn't want to bring a lot of the small parts because I didn't want to, have the chance of losing them. So, and also it'd be harder to kind of get through the toy chest here. So, a couple more that we got here. The Insecticons, who, if you remember in the movie, they were blocking the way for Hotwire Odd and Cup to get through. And they actually end up becoming part of the remade Transformers into, what Unicron was, when he redid Megatron and all his people, he did redo the Insecticons. They were part of that, so they became part of like the swoops and all that. So that's cool. Now, this toy, I mean, there's not much to say. I'm happy that a lot of other like Transformer companies have come out. I don't know any offhand their names of them, but there are companies that had come out prior to the newer releases of the Transformers that have did this toy justice by making them actually look like Galvatron. So we had to go through and think that this is the way that they were going to redo these Transformers. Yeah, it's not really practical. He looks nothing like him. He's really bulky. I mean, when he's in his gun mode, he does look cool. That's the only way. But when he's a robot, it's pretty terrible. So I think his battery's dead. But yeah, that's Galvatron there. Another part of the movie that we were all left in astonishment is how is everybody fitting in Astro Train? I mean, how are all these big Transformers fitting inside Astro Train? I mean, even Devastator became, the Constructicons formed Devastator inside Astro Train and still had room to move around. So obviously, it's only in the Transformer universe that we get something like that. But I like how, obviously love G1. But like the newer Transformer shows, they have kind of shied away from using any of those type of scale issues that we had then. So, that's all. Now, I don't have any of these from the original toy line, the Sharkticons, But like I said, the newer ones that are coming out, these like Titan Returns and all that, they're bringing back a lot of the older toys and kind of still giving them the look of the older toys with a little bit of an update. So, you know, from the movie, you had the Sharkticons. You had Wreck-Gar, still, you know, becoming a motorcycle. Now, I wish you had a button on here you could push and Dare to Be Stupid would play, but we can't always get what we want. And I have Hot Rod, which they actually, in this, they just call him Hot Rod. There's no Rodimus Prime on there. But they are coming out with, in the new Return of the Primes storyline that's coming out, they are coming out with a Rodimus Prime. So they are going to make a new Rodimus Prime. But this is the Hot Rod from there, and we all know that he becomes Rodimus Prime at the end of the movie. I have here, it's not the original, but you know, one of these scenes in there, some people may have been happy about, may have you know, got a little bit of justification out of the movie, is when Starscream got killed. Because there's a lot of people who didn't like him, but there was a lot of people who did like him. So you know, I like him. You know, Starscream, aka Cobra Commander. Yeah, I thought he was he's an excellent character. I think in the newer Transformer movies, I think they didn't do him justice at all. So, but yeah, like this is a reissue, but it's similar to what he actually, almost exactly what he looked like when he came out as his first toy. So, all right. Well, that is actually all that I have for you guys today. I appreciate you tuning in, and you know, for future episodes, if you guys have anything else, like I said before, that you want us to use or to show, obviously there's other tie-ins. We try to do the tie-ins with different movies and shows and comic books. So the toys to tie in with those. And so if you guys have any ideas or any questions or anything, just leave a comment in the bottom below here. And don't forget to hit that red button and subscribe. So we're going to bring you more and more content. We just need you to do that for us. Be on the lookout. The Wild Wolf Show is coming out with some more episodes here. So I just want to thank you guys once again for tuning in, and you know, stay on the lookout for some more. Thank you. Transformers!